All right, so my name is Zach Poulos. I'm planning to be an education major at Albany State, and I got an assignment where I just need to talk about anything for public speaking and for 5 minutes. So today I'm going to be talking about East Carolina football, something I'm really passionate about. So growing up, my mom and dad were both graduates of the University of East Carolina. So I was always taken to the home games, always that stuff, and I really grew up a super fan. So I'm just going to be going over all of their program. There's rich history. So or I'm gonna go over my how they've been in my lifespan and growing up as a fan. So when I first really got into it around 2013, 2014-ish, we had a coach named Ruffin McNeil. Now Ruffin McNeil was the man. He kind of turned us around. We had a former NFL running back, Chris Johnson, CJ2K. He played for East Carolina, and we beat Boise State in the Hawaii Bowl, or no, it's the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. It was around the Blue Field. It was at Boise State. And that was really starting to turn around. Then we got to the 2012, 2013 era with Shane Carden. He was a quarterback. He was a two-star from a high school in over there in Texas. And then he really got connected to Justin Hardy. Now Justin Hardy is was the all-time NCAA receptions leader. So he was very much a very big deal in his collegiate career, especially since he was a former walk-on, which made him a truly big deal. And then we have with other pieces like Trayvon Brown, CJ Baxter, a bunch of different guys that really made that Pirates offense insane. There was one game where we beat North Carolina. I think it was 70-35, if I believe correctly. All right, so after you get in that kind of era, ECU went through a really dark era. So we had one down year, transitioning away from one Carden, Hardy, and all of that. Also, we had Zay Jones, too. That's another one. He's an NFL player. He is the all-time NCAA receptions leader and ended up being a second-round pick for us from the Buffalo Bills. He's had a great NFL career. I think he's in year 9-ish about. So it's nothing to complain about at all. But then we went into a rough era. We had a one below year. I think we were 5-7, and the admin decided to fire Ruffin McNeil, and then they hired Scotty Montgomery. Now Scotty Montgomery was a Duke assistant coach. Everyone was saying he was up next. He was absolutely terrible. I think his career total after 3 years was 9-27, if I remember correctly. He was absolutely abysmal. We weren't recruiting well. The program was really in the gutter. There was one home game where we lost to NCA&T, which is, that's pretty bad. They're in FCS, and that was probably the worst loss in program history. And there really just wasn't a lot of good going on at all during that time. So again, after 3 years, they run that course. They fire him mid-year, and then we are stuck with his roster. And then we bring in Mike Houston. Now, Mike Houston was the former coach of James Madison University. He won an FCS national title there and was a really great coach for them. Houston brought in some big pieces. Quarterback Holton Ayler's the name to remember. Running back Keaton Mitchell's the name to remember. He's currently on the Los Angeles Chargers. Rajay Harris, another running back we have. He's on the St. Louis Battlehawks currently. Some receivers. We had C.J. Johnson come through at this time. Isaiah Winstead, who's in the UFL. And we built a really strong D-line with the likes of Elijah Morris. I'm blanking nice. Elijah Morris, Dante Smith, are some really good players that really forced the turnaround to happen from the Scotty Moe time to Houston. So he has two great years. He turns around the program. We go from being 3-9 to in 2 years we beat Coastal Carolina in the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. Or I don't know if it was the Liberty Bowl. No, it was the AutoZone Myrtle Beach Bowl. We beat them there. All the programs high. We start out the next year, week 1 at Michigan. We have this new quarterback, Mason Garcia. He's supposed to be promised land in the future and all that. Mason Garcia starts 3 games. He's absolutely awful. He is terrible. We have a horrible year. The offense can't score. We go 2-10, and they've let Mike Houston get another shot at it because they don't want to repeat the same mistake they had with Scotty Moe, and it goes horribly wrong, and they fire the heck out of him. We started mid-year around 2-4, and he got fired. So then they promoted interim coach Blake Harrell up to defensive coordinator. And then that year we took off. We win 5 or 6 in a row. And we make what's the bowl game? The Military Bowl against NC State. And we win. We break off a really late comeback and we beat those guys. So then the next year we play them week 1 and then we end up losing to State, which is terrible. But we've had overall have a good year, and we make it back to the Military Bowl, and this time we play Pitt, and we beat Pitt. So that's 2 ACC bowl wins back to back. So we're honestly going on a high note. We have a new quarterback coming in. Our guy transferred out, ended up going to Illinois. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But this is about my time, and thank you guys for listening to the History of VCU football.